This ain't nothing new, you know just what we're doing. Life's hard, but we're gonna make it through it. Life's hard, but we're gonna make it through it. You can't stop this train. You know we not doing it for the fame, but up in the city, people knowing the name. Cause we don't stop, won't stop, yeah, we keep it rolling. Don't stop, won't stop, yeah, we keep it going.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of A Break with Jake. I got my man, my brother, very talented human, Evan Cline in the building. How we feeling, brother?
I'm feeling great, man.
Yes, dude.
We've been waiting for this for a minute.
We have, bro. And we're here, and you know, right when we met, it was just like, oh, this guy's cool. This guy's cool, bro. So I'm just glad we're on, babe. Get to chop it up.
This will be great. I mean, yeah, we've known each other for what? 3-4 months.
That sounds about right.
All right.
3 to 4 months, and what a great 3 to 4 months.
It's been incredible.
We've done some cool things.
Really cool things.
And take that as you will. We got some stuff on the way, bro. Got some stuff on the way. But, bro, what is that? I've asked you before, but I do want to know the cookies hat.
Let's address the hat.
I do want to know. I want to know.
I'm so glad you asked. So I was out helping an artist on the road, and we were in Milwaukee. And, you know, my hair, like, it's been long pretty much all year.
Oh, yeah.
So I forgot a hat when we went out, and I was helping them on the road. And that morning before the show, I was on a scooter just checking out Milwaukee. I'd never seen Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
Big baseball fan. I was like, man, let's see what the city's about. Go Brewers.
Go Brewers, baby.
Or not. But
yeah, whatever.
I was just scootering around, and I found like this BP gas station that was like, you know, a mile away.
Yeah.
Jake, I'm not kidding. They had 5 hats. In this gas station. I went there just to get some Zins and, a hat.
That's exactly right.
They had like a Miami Heat hat, a Brewers hat, couldn't even tell you the other one, and then the other one was just cookies. And I was like, oh, that's like cool. I don't even know what it is. So I got it.
Yeah.
Started rocking it ever since I got it. And what I quickly found out, I'm telling you, I've gone through airports. I've gone through all this stuff, and everybody's been like, cookies, bro. And I'm like,
okay.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
For sure, yeah.
I was like, sure.
They're good.
And what I found out was it's apparently a very well-respected weed.
Nice.
Like company. Nice. So I was like, all right, sick.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
I was like, whatever, you know, I'm not like an everyday avid like weed smoker. I've done it before, but like it's a little ironic probably that I wear it.
I love it though. It looks good. I had to ask because it can mean anything.
I know. Well, you know, my fiance and I just had our tasting for our wedding next year.
Oh yeah. And
the cake lady came in, and the first thing she said was like, oh, I love that hat, but it should say cake instead of cookies. Okay. But I do love the cookies. I was like, you don't know what this means.
Yeah. Not the same thing. But thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
dude,
totally.
Bro, you know what that made me think of? There's some gas stations in like the random ones. We were in one last week where a dude, where were we at? Where was that farm at, Edgel? Where was that farm at? What? I have no idea. Somewhere. Yeah, like 20 minutes here. Farm? Out in the middle of nowhere, somewhere like that. Okay. And we pull into this gas station. Number one, not making this up, there was a guy laying face down on the pavement that had just got hit in the middle of the street that had got hit by a car. And
God.
So first we're like, okay, this shit's weird. That's a weird way to start the morning. Pull into the gas station. They had anything you want, bro. Anything. It's the same deal. They have like those hats. They had knives. They have anything. And it's like, there's some gas stations that, bro, they'll sell you Coke if you ask them.
Dude, gas stations. Yeah. I experienced my first gas station with like, this dude had real swords. And I was, dude, I'd never seen a gas station like that. They got bongs. They got everything, like you're saying. That was like.
That's weird.
I feel that experience.
Whenever you go to a gas station, do you have a, like selection that do you have a go-to?
Go-to is always a Crunch bar.
Yeah.
And like, I'll sometimes like go crazy on the what is it? The white chocolate Hershey bar.
Oh yeah.
Or the white, the milk or cookies and cream.
Oh, that one's crazy.
Dude, but that's like, it's pretty filling. So I gotta like be in the mood.
I like the cookies and cream action too. Yeah. I can get down with that.
And like a sweet tea.
Yeah.
You know?
Great selection.
And then a Zenny maybe if I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah. Get you a little Zen in there.
Totally.
Yeah, dude. That's a great selection.
What's yours?
Beef jerky. Just because I can just snack on it forever. I'm going to get a water. And then I'm going to get a chocolate milk. You know those Highland chocolate milks?
Absolutely,
and then probably some coffee Zins. That's my selection. And then I'm good. I'm good for like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh my God.
Beef jerky, water. And then when my dessert, chocolate milk.
Dude.
And a Zen. Coffee's in, chocolate milk,
Done.
magic.
Done and done.
And that's it, bro.
Yeah, you texted me, I think this week or last week about these coffees ins. Let's talk about that at some point.
Man, you know, number one, I'm an avid coffee drinker, have been for a long time. And so I get my 2 cups in every morning.
Two. So you're 2?
2 every morning.
Like back to back or like?
Back to back.
Damn, just chugging, just pounding.
Downing it.
Yeah.
Like just get like, I'm already like immediately. I have done that forever.
Okay.
And then, you know, like you said, it's going to hit immediately. We're going to be up and then I'll start to feel a little, and it's like, nah, dog. I got one in my pocket that's going to go on my lips. And I put that joint in and we're up and we're back.
Game over.
Yeah, it's just like, and it's like, it tastes like coffee. So,
dude.
Yeah, it's special.
You're an upper decker, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do prefer the upper deckies, but I'll go down every once in a while.
Hey, we all go down.
We all go down. Hey, I love going down, dude. Some guys don't, which is fine, I guess.
Yeah, you know, like each their own, man.
Yeah, to each their own. But I wonder what the percentage is of upper deckies to lower deckies.
This is what's crazy. I feel like I'm an anomaly. I'm always a lower decker just because.
Always.
Yeah, man. I think I got like pretty good teeth.
You do have good teeth.
So it's like, I don't know. The upper deck has always just scared me.
Yeah.
But like, I still see a bunch of guys in town and girls, and they're like all upper deckers.
Yeah.
Some might do like back, cheek, you know, just like a.
You know why I'm scared of that one? Because if I was ever to get a canker sore on the back, have you ever had one on the back of your cheek?
No.
I mean, you might as well call it in, bro. Just call it in, because the ones on the back of the cheek, bro, it's like hell.
Oh, I bet.
And it's like you can't do anything. Can't talk, can't eat, can't drink. Everything involves back here.
Totally.
So, I mean, I love upper deckies, bro. I don't know when I started doing upper deckies either. I think I started low, and then maybe I just wanted to mix it up. I don't know.
Look.
Have you ever tried upper decking?
I've never tried it.
I don't know. It's probably not for everyone.
Yeah.
So, bro, I do want to get into what you do for work. This is me and Evan as a team. I mean, this is what we do. We just chop it up. Absolutely. But I do want to know, brother, you're a bomb ass producer and you're so humble. So you're going to say, no, man, I just do what I do. But it's like, bro, you're so good. I want to know. We know about each other, but I do want for the camera to people to know, where does it start for you, bro? When did you start getting into production or just music in general?
Yeah, for me, so I really started like becoming, getting into music when I was 5 years old. I started playing piano, really because my older brother played it. He's 6 years older than me. And, you know, just like any sibling, you know, kind of thing, I think you kind of gravitate towards when you're that young, you're like, man, if they play French horn, you want to play that.
100%.
They're playing soccer, you want to play that,
Yep.
you know, all that stuff. It was funny how it turned out because my brother like played piano for about a month. But in that month,
it was just right timing.
It was the right timing for me to see that, and I stuck with it. So I was classically trained piano for, you know, since I was 5. And then I think it was by the time I was in 3rd grade, I started playing violin, and I had this crazy like Austrian teacher who was like 83 years old.
Oh my gosh,
bro! It was like. You know, at that age too, like, dude, I didn't practice.
No, no shot.
I was like, you had to do 45 minutes a day, you know, all that stuff.
How old?
Oh, probably. So 3rd grade, you're probably.
3rd grade.
What are you like?
3rd grade. I was. Yeah.
I don't know. 9, 10.
I don't know what I was.
How do you know?
But I know I was starting to do some weird stuff in 3rd grade, bro.
Hey, I think we all, we got to figure ourselves out, man.
You got to figure out what's going on.
Absolutely.
Like, what is my body doing?
Yeah.
Not learning violin, bro.
Totally.
Not practicing violin.
Well, it was crazy. And I had, you know, my mom was I grew up with a single mom. I was actually adopted from Romania. So I grew up with
so cool.
So crazy. You know, I was 6 months, so I don't remember anything when I was adopted, but my mom was never married. And she was just this badass, independent. She was a psychologist, and she just was like, I'm going to have a family. I'm going to work my job, and I'm going to like enjoy every minute of it. And that's kind of what it was. But anyway, so I kept doing violin, and, you know, I did that for about 6 years.
Damn.
All throughout middle school. Yeah. The rest of elementary school, all of middle school. But as you know, big part of my life is baseball. And when I got to high school, though, I told my mom, I was like, yo, I'm ditching the violin.
Out of here.
This ain't it. This ain't
done, bro.
This ain't it. Like, I'm not running from practice. And at that age, we both come from a sports background. It was like college or pro, whatever.
Absolutely.
So I was like, this isn't a good look. And so my mom was like, okay,
it's not a good look.
You can quit. And like, dude, I was in our orchestras and everything. Like, I was like, I took it really seriously. And I think all that discipline, I'm like appreciating so much now with where I'm at in life, and like especially here making music. And but anyway, I stopped it. But my mom was like, "Sweet Finn."
Finn is lit up. Finn might have taken a little bit of
little Zenny,
maybe a Zenny or Adderall. I don't know what he got in his breakfast this morning.
That's all good.
Finny, baby. Finn, what are we doing, baby? Just being crazy.
He's the cutest. He loves me.
And he does love Evan. I mean, there goes Dad. Anyways, getting back into it.
So anyway, I dropped the violin and I kept, my mom was like, okay, but you have to continue playing the piano. And it was never for me growing up. Like, dude, these were all things I wanted to do. My mom never forced anything on me. I'm like, yo, you got to do this. She was just always like so open-minded. And the biggest,
that's amazing.
Dude, the biggest thing she told.
That's big.
My brother and I remember at a really young age, she just always harped on like, you guys are going to be well-rounded. And so kind of getting into high school, had a really successful high school baseball career.
Yeah.
And
what position did you play?
Played second base.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, man, it was crazy. My high school varsity coach was also my 7th and 8th grade math teacher. So like, I think I might've told you this, but I grew up with 3 or 4 kids. Like I played second base. This guy, Matt Hanser, was a pitcher. This guy, Dixon Speaker, was a catcher.
Oh yeah.
Like we were like, since we were in Little League, like our town kind of knew like.
So fire.
This is like, hopefully when we get to high school, we're going to do shit. And we,
I remember the first time I got to second base. That shit was awesome.
When was that?
13, 14.
Okay.
And I was just a wild child. And I just remember feeling like, I just feel like I made it. This is really what I did. And I was too scared to go to home or third, but I stayed at second and I was like, I'm the man in this town.
Dude, that's kind of like hitting a home run at that age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it counts as maybe a home, maybe like an infield, or what's it called?
Inside the park.
We'll call it that. Anyways, back to you.
No.
That shit was awesome. I love second base.
Dude.
I'd probably go back to it. Same girl. I love her, bro. I love her. I still remember her name.
Yeah. Do you want to reveal it or keep it anonymous?
I think she has a husband, so I'll keep that one on we'll keep that one down. But anyways,
incredible, dude.
Anyways, played high school.
So I played high school, all this stuff, but I kept like, that was the first time I really also started singing. I never sang.
Wow.
And I remember the first song I sang and like on the piano that I learned that wasn't like classical or reading like music.
Yeah.
Was Chariot, Gavin DeGraw.
Ooh.
And the amount of, what's the word? The amount of good situations he brought into my life because of that song.
Incredible.
And playing it. Like, that was really the first time I got people to react to my voice.
Wow.
And singing. So then the second song I started singing was Sunday Morning by Maroon 5.
Beautiful.
So those are like the 2 songs I just sang at every party at high school.
Oh,
there was a piano and like,
oh yeah.
I don't know, man. I felt like I was on top of the world.
Yeah.
Baseball guys singing, life was good. But I was always like a dude who was in a relationship. I was never.
Really?
Yeah, man. I'm not that cool. Like I couldn't, I don't know.
I was too in high school. I always was in a relationship. Which I don't think I regret. Yeah, I don't think so.
You didn't mess around?
No, I don't think I regret it. I might have knocked up a girl if I was like being a cheat, like just being crazy.
Yeah, dude.
So I was kind of down. I was like tied down and I don't regret it.
Dude, I think there's something to it because I think there's something in us in like middle school because relationships like aren't a thing where it's like everybody wants to be like the one couple that started dating in 9th grade in its senior year and they're like, fuck, those are the ones.
Yes.
Like
exactly.
They did it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
But we're also like, you're so young at that age. Like, you just like, I think it's always like grass is greener on the other side.
That's right.
Like, bro, you're so young. Live your life. Like,
Live it.
You know?
Yeah. That's the same though. Like I always had a girl too.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I don't know. Maybe it's probably a lot of trauma within me that needs compatibility.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
know?
Yeah, dude.
But anyway, so yeah, as far as music goes, then I didn't go to college right away after I finished high school because I had been playing kind of all around the East Coast. I had met this great guy because, like, man, I always tell this story. Like, by the time I was 13 or 14, like my little league, we went to states, like did all.
Oh yeah.
Like we did some really cool stuff. But by the time I was 14, I was playing AU. I was playing baseball all year round. Fall ball, January. You know, if we weren't hitting, I was in the college right up the street from where I grew up, Swarthmore College. I like became friends with the assistant coach and the head coach, and they would like, if they weren't practicing, they'd be like, they gave me a card, and in the winter they could be like, yeah, you can go hit in the cages. And bro, I'd be by myself on a tee, picking up the balls.
Oh, that's insane.
Like
That's insane.
I was an addict, man.
Oh yeah.
And so anyway, graduated high school and was playing, and I like, man, it's so crazy. Like music had always been something that I got immediate gratification from, but baseball was like that hill I just kept climbing of like, I was trying to get that.
Yes.
And I did, some incredible things.
Yes.
That, had some incredible moments and people and stuff like that. But it's funny. I realize it now with the world we're both in. And so I didn't go to college. And dude, I was 20 years old. I was like, I got an associate's degree within that because my mom knew I was playing.
Right.
She was like, bro, you got to at least get a 2-year degree and then you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Right. Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
That was her big thing because education was huge.
Yes. Same.
And she was then, so by the time I was 20, I was like still figuring it out. And I was like, man, I'd done some recording randomly, like here and there, like this girl I knew growing up, and her dad had like written all these songs in the 80s for his band, but no one recorded them.
Why?
They didn't have a vocalist.
Yes. There's a lot of those, dude, bro.
So I took a chance. That was like the real first time I did it. And then I was 20 years old, and I'd been falling in love with this band called Boyce Avenue. Boyce.
Yes. I just said Voice Avenue.
Yeah. Well, we could start that.
Yeah, that might be us. Trademark. Got it. Yeah.
They're incredible. So this was like 2011, 2010. Well, yeah, 2011, 2012. And I just bought Pro Tools because I knew enough that I was like, all right, this is the industry standard recording DAW.
Yes.
So I was like,
you can do it with that.
I know I have to start with this.
Exactly.
And I don't even know if like Logic was popping by then either. Like fully.
You just got into that Pro Tools.
Yeah. So anyway, falling in love with Boyce Avenue. I'm watching every one of their videos every Sunday of like, whatever cover they were doing. And I bought Pro Tools, and I found in their credits, I was like, who's recording these guys? They were so good about listing like mixed by, recorded by,
amazing,
colored by.
Those are all, yes.
All that stuff. And the guy's name was Adam Barber. Adam, shout out.
Yeah, baby.
Man, you are a savior. I talk about you.
Shout out to Barber, bro.
Shout out to Barber, baby. Boom. Shout out to Barber.
I love barbers, bro. I fucking love them.
We both might need one.
Yeah, dog. I need one.
With that lettuce, boy.
Dude, there's something back here, bro.
Dude, it's fire, though.
Yeah, so I'm going to cut it off soon. Probably when it gets cold, just because I'll grow it back. But when I go to sleep, dude, and the head on the pillow, that's a real thing. It gets hot.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, sometimes I think if it was just bald back there, or just faded, this would be nice.
Well, but it is the winter, dude.
It's winter.
You might need that extra coverage when it's,
maybe
69 degrees in that house.
Yeah, that's what I keep it at too, bro. That's the vibe too. You already know 69 is the spot.
Dude, it kind of is. I mean, you got to be honest. Anyone that's hearing this, you're like, don't lie. You know that's where it's set, kind of
it sets the whole mood for the house.
Absolutely.
Temperature wise.
And no one's mad about it, man.
I'm not. I sign. If there was a petition to keep every house at 69, I would do.
Sign me up.
I'd be there. I'd be on the top, bro. I swear. I'd be on the top. But shoot, bro.
Excuse me.
No, you're good. So
Adam Barber.
Yes.
I email him, bro. I found his email. Just bought Pro Tools. And I was like, hey man, I'm a huge, and this is by the time Boyce is like, they really started popping in 09.
Yeah.
And so they're like, 30 million views after 40 million view. Like they're really in their prime. And I'm like, hey man, I'm this 20-year-old kid from Philly. I know nothing about Pro Tools. I don't even know how to create a damn click track.
You emailed him or something?
I found his email.
Wow.
Because I saw his name.
Yeah.
I just typed in his name on
Fire.
Google and like somehow like creepily found it. You know?
Absolutely.
But so I found an email, 20-year-old kid, know nothing about Pro Tools. And if you ever had any tips, I love the band you're working with. Stylistically, it's like music I'd love to like try recording.
Great email.
He emailed me back 10 minutes later.
Damn.
And was like, it was very brief, but he was like, hey man, yeah, let me know whatever questions you have. And I was like, I was like fangirling, fanboy. Like I was like, this is the first person in the industry that had any success.
Wow.
That I was like,
it's big.
They give a shit about me. Like,
big.
I was like, wow. So I didn't really know what questions I had, but what I started doing was, I mean, I think I asked him like, how do you create a click track? Like,
yeah. To the bottom.
Yeah. How do you create?
We can only go up from there. I mean, that's it.
Totally. And so for those next 2 years, dude, I started I bought like the worst probably mic ever. I like was recording in my basement and I was so glued to all this stuff of like, it was just like finding a new passion, but like a passion you already knew.
Yes.
It wasn't like something completely new.
No, for sure.
Obviously, with our background.
For sure. It's very similar.
It was like, man, I get to like, I have full control.
Yes.
Of like creating whatever I want, how I want it. Might not sound as good. It might not sound good at all.
Right.
But at the time, it sounds like the best thing you've ever done.
Ever.
So dude, that goes by. I start doing that. I start getting better. And for about 3 years, I got to a point where I would pick, an Ed Sheeran cover, whatever was literally following the same model as those guys. What was hot on top 40, Billboard 100, what was in the top 10? I do an acoustic cover.
Smart.
I bought a cajon.
Yeah, baby.
I like was just getting better. And by the time I was 23, I had a bunch of the first cover that kind of did like, I think it did like 250K on YouTube, which was like the most, I didn't like get great numbers, but I was like, wow, that's sick. It ended up getting on Sirius XM.
Damn.
And it got on like the Coffee House, Cover Channel, all these different things. And then I just was like, that's when I went to Penn State. So I was like, I told my mom, because man, I was just like, I had explored this brand new passion. And I think for where I'm at now, like even before I got into songwriting, and I think what's like such a strength is like, I know exactly how I want pop records to sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know the melody.
Yeah.
I know the structure. And like songwriting is just like an ever growing tool, right?
No doubt.
But I think that's like, why that success carried. And obviously people really, I guess, gravitated towards my voice with those covers. Excuse me. And I told my mom, I was like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I gotta like get a degree because I was 23.
Right.
And so I got in school. And a big part of my story, which is during one of my games at school, my mom was there. And man, I've told this to almost probably a good amount of people in this town, but she had seen me play baseball so much. At that point I was at school. I was like, Mom, don't come out to the games. What till I'm closer, all this stuff. And for some reason, she texted me. It was senior weekend, and I was a junior. She was like, it's supposed to be beautiful out, and I'd love to be there. And I texted her back. I was like, yeah, come out. I was like, absolutely. And I'm warming up at second base in between games. So I think the 5th inning, and I just see my coach yelling at me from the third base dugout. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Because I used to chew like crazy.
Right.
And so I thought like,
that's not allowed.
I thought I left my can in my pocket.
Yeah.
And an ump said something. And they're like, bro, you gotta like, you can't like, there's a lot of shit that can happen if you get caught. And I remember I ran towards the dugout and it was silence, bro. I was like running down the third base line and I saw everybody else's parents in the stands. And it was literally from a movie. It was silence. And I'd find my mom. Everybody just kept directing me, like kind of sitting up on a tree right near the public bathroom. and she had suffered a stroke at that point. And I like her whole left side of her face and body was paralyzed. She couldn't talk. And I remember, it's like literally like a movie. I remember looking at her and I said this, and I said, Mom, it's going to be okay. And I knew it wasn't. And
just to make her feel any type of hope.
Yeah, she just, man, she just looked so scared. And she was 68, and, you know, about 4, or I guess it was 6 days later, this happened on a Sunday, I would lose my mom that next Friday. The bleeding was just like so severe and so rare. And yeah, the doctors were just like, hey, this is a case where, like, you know, I guess there's a few different procedures you can do with a stroke to kind of like stop the bleeding or slow it down or this or that. But they were like, the stroke, whatever it is, the puncture was so large. They were just
golly, like, dude. So
yeah.
First, like, I mean, you got to be in shock. What is the next? That's such a terrible thing that can happen in a life. Oh yeah. Where do you go from there?
Yep.
Like, I can't even imagine.
Well, man, I think,
where do you find the strength to get up after that? Do you remember? Can you go back to that time to
I
where?
Absolutely can. Yeah, man. It's the craziest thing because let me say this too. I had some incredible moments with my mom in those last 5 days, sitting in the hospital next to her bed, and then the inevitable hospice. You know, she was only in there for 1 day because it was just like, it was like, let's at least give her 1 day of comfort before it's, you know, all this stuff. It's so fucked up. But I had some incredible moments with her. This was the craziest thing. Everybody was telling me how to grieve. That was in my life. Because I had an incredible childhood. I had so many friends. You and I are both similar in that way.
Yes.
We were both like very social butterflies.
Yes.
Treat people right.
That's right.
Like, we attract just so many good people and good things. And I just felt like I was getting so many opinions. And like, dude, I really suffered, I think, maybe it's denial or shock or whatever, but like, I actually didn't feel a thing for like, this happened in April of 2015 or 2016, probably until November.
Wow.
I was just like, I had just now at the time also had started dating my fiance now. And thank God we had been dating for a month and a half or 2 months at that point officially.
Wow.
And she got to meet my mom the month before this happened.
Beautiful.
Yeah. My mom came up for pizza. It was like, it was incredible. So she got to meet her, and I don't know. It was like, there were so many, I can't tell you, man. I just felt like I kept going about my days.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, yeah, the first holiday, the first birthday, the first Christmas, like not having him there. And obviously, man, I found out what had happened was I started gaining a lot of weight. I had started like eating, you know, Philly is incredible and terrible at the same time, bro. I was pounding Popeyes, cheese sticks, Carrabba's, like, you know, any pizza joint, you know, burgers.
Oh, yeah, dude. And keep me out of there, bro.
And that was my way of grieving, which I realized because, you know, I don't know if I had like a real like breakdown moment where I just like lost it. I think I had it a couple years later. We can talk about that later. But yeah, that was like it. And obviously I just had to go through some stuff, and I'm so thankful I had Katie in my life because, dude, if I was single and like,
oh yeah, bro.
Here's the other thing. My brother completely cut me out of his life after we lost our mom.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a whole other story. He was adopted as well.
Wow.
None of us are related. He's 6 years older, but like we were never that close growing up. But like, yeah, man, if I was single and like just handling that shit on my own.
Nah, bro.
I don't even know what would happen. But I think to answer your initial question is like, I've always been a positive person. I think it's the way I lead life every day in the sense of like, I don't know if it's because I feel like I have an opportunity just from being adopted.
Yes.
Subconsciously.
Yes.
Of like, I've just always been a positive person.
That's crazy. That's very interesting to think about. You always have since I met you, but I've never even put it together. Like being adopted, just being thankful from the top, bro.
Totally.
Wow.
Like a subconscious. It's not like I'm like you know,
right,
waking up every day like today's mine, bitch. You know, I got an opportunity.
right, exactly. It's more just like, let's go. We got another day.
And I think you know this. I mean, it's like, dude, it's so much of our childhood explains.
Yeah.
So much of who we are.
So much.
As we get older.
No doubt. So you just find the strength to power through and like, I know, I just can't even imagine. It just doesn't feel real. And then you go through when does it come back? When do you come back to music after that happens?
Yeah. So dude, I finished school. That was the thing. I was just a junior. So I was like, you know what? You know what? I think this helped. I knew my mom wanted me to get an education. At the end of the day, she knew it was either going to be baseball or music, I think deep down. And she wanted me to live that out to whatever extent that looked like.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, man, education was huge in our house. And I think like as her as a mom and like everything she could do for me, I think that probably made her the proudest. That's to beautiful. Know like I took that seriously and got an education. So I finished school and I had such an incredible support system. And I think that kind of helped me. Like I was doing it for her, man.
It's beautiful.
Like I think that's probably where a lot of the strength was. And I graduate and that whole 2 years I was at school, all my friends are texting me, bro, Cold by Maroon 5 is on Sirius XM, Castle on the Hill, your cover of 10,000 Hours, all this shit. And they're like, shouldn't you be getting paid? I was like, I don't think so. I was like, it's a cover. Like,
right.
I knew nothing.
No, yeah, right.
So I think here's the silver lining in everything. And I probably, you know, give a nod to my mom at this. Literally, bro, the week I graduated college, I got a call from Sound Exchange. And they were like, hey, bro, we need to set up an account. We have like 2.5 years of royalties for you. So it wasn't like life-changing money, but it was like, bro, at 23, I was
come on, dude.
It like, I was like, it felt like $1 million and it like paid for my year. And so what I ended up doing was, I knew one guy here who was like an engineer through like dude, I used to fold towels at this gym, at this, it's called Club La Maison.
Yeah, bro. Folding towels.
Folding towels, checking people in.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Did you have any odd jobs growing up?
Yeah. I worked at,
I can only imagine.
I worked at a hospital equipment place to where when the person passed away, they sent us the equipment they used, whether it was an oxygen tank or a wheelchair or anything, and we had to deep clean it.
Damn.
That sucked. That was ass. That's really odd. Like, I don't know anyone that's worked that job, bro.
It's the definition of
I did job. That. And I was cleaning them damn everything. I was cleaning everything. It was gross, bro.
How long did you do that?
Not very long, bro. I did
1 month or like 1 year?
Maybe 2 months. Maybe. And then I was like, dog, no, I can't do this. And then I worked at a snow cone shop that the guy I worked it with cheated on my girlfriend at that time with, who also worked there. That happened. That's odd. Shit. What else did I do? I reffed. I was a ref.
Oh, what sport? Soccer?
I did everything. Soccer and basketball. Usually.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah,
I could totally see you on the soccer field, bro.
I loved that shit.
Just teeing up, dude.
Yeah, I would do it. I loved it, bro. And like, if anyone wanted to talk shit to me, like a player, I would literally, I would talk shit back to them. It's like, if they were like, bro, I got fouled right there. No, you didn't. You're just not very good.
Oh my God.
Get a little better. And like, I probably got I don't know. I didn't really get in trouble. One time I got in trouble because I yelled at a parent.
What'd you say?
Yeah, it wasn't very nice. I should have got on to. They just wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And like, and they're, oh yeah. I can't believe I'm even talking about this right now because her kid sucked.
Okay.
Her kid sucked, but she thought her kid was good, which is, I get it.
Call it how it is.
But her kid was bad. And her kid kept getting fouled, was not getting fouled, was just not good at basketball.
Okay.
And she was like,
basketball.
are you going to call foul? You need to get some glasses. You need to get some. And I embarrassed her. And I embarrassed her. I said, this is not good. It's summer league, so that it's not like a real game.
Sure.
I said, your kid's not very good. Your kid's just not good. It's not the calls. I said, your kid's not good.
Oh my God.
And the kid was on the floor. And I got in trouble by my uncle. Oh, yeah.
Dude.
He was like the coach. I got in trouble. I shouldn't have said that. But
Well, that's like kind of PG. I thought you were like, yo, your kid fucking blows. Bro. Shut up.
No, but the crazy part is I'm telling her your kid's not good, and her kid is right here playing on the floor. Just like the ref just said I'm not good at basketball. Yeah, so.
Did he have a reaction?
No, okay. He fucking sucked, dude.
Yeah.
He sucked at life. I hope he's doing good, but that kid was ass. He had a bad personality. He just sucked. He just sucked.
Attitude is everything, bro.
Damn, he was ass. Yeah. He was really bad at basketball. Yeah, but anyways, so I did that job, but that was your weird job. What was your weird job?
Oh, just like folding towels.
Folding towels.
I mean, yours are far worse than mine.
Dude, damn, folding towels.
Well, dude, I know. I mean, growing up, dude, I did everything. I was a hostess.
Yeah.
Or host, I guess.
Yeah.
The proper
I think it'd be host.
Host.
Whatever you're feeling today.
I worked at like every Italian chain ever, like Bertucci. Like every Italian. I was like an expo.
Yeah.
Which is like the person who checks the food before it goes to the waiter.
That's a thing?
Oh yeah, dude. It's like you're on the line. So there's like the cooks, there's the waiters, and then there's curbside, and then there's an expo.
Never knew that.
An expo is where you make sure, like, all right, if it's, let's say it's, I don't know, chicken parm.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You got to make sure the broccoli's on there, whatever side they had. And then if you offer breadsticks, like you got to take the bread out, make it on there.
Whoa.
You got to check.
I didn't know that was a thing.
So then you're literally the last person at the line that says, okay,
good to go.
Service up.
Nice.
You know, or whatever. And
that's what you were doing.
Waiter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I took it so not seriously.
Oh, yeah.
I ate the breadsticks. I just like, I mean, it's a really easy job. So I can't say I fucked it up, but anyway, yeah.
Anyways, the hot towel. How do we get to the hot towel?
Well, I think,
folding towels?
Yeah. I think just where I was at in the sense of like, just with the sound. Oh, this is where I was getting with it. So the reason why I came to Nashville is because my manager at that gym's, his brother-in-law's friend was an engineer down here.
This is right. Yes.
So randomness in Philly and PA, and he's like, he offered me, was like, hey bro, like, I know you're like getting into music. I'm seeing your covers. Like, and if you ever go down to Nashville, like, you know, he hook up with this guy. I'm telling you, Jake, I was friends with this dude. His name's Mark Frigo, who still lives here.
Oh, yeah.
We were friends on Facebook for 4 years and never talked. Because it was like, I just friended him right away.
Right. Absolutely. I have a couple of those too,
you know?
Yeah, they're just on there.
I had no plans of going to Nashville. I was just like, all right, if there's ever a day. So that day came, and like I said, I had a little bit of change, and I was like, all right, let me write some original music. So I wrote 25 original songs.
Damn.
Yeah, and who knows? I mean,
no, that's still good.
They were, some of them were, and the majority of them weren't. But I just went down there. I played everything, cut everything. Me and Mark Frigo, dude. I'll never forget that week. We put in like 40 hours, and I think we only ate lunch once.
Wow.
Like it was like
grinding.
Dude, it was grinding because
paying the dues.
You know how it's like. Probably when you moved here, like.
Yeah.
Dude, when I got here, I was just big-eyed. I was like, oh, fucking this. I've never been in a studio.
Right.
And like.
Same.
I was just like, I know how to play all the parts. We just got to. It was like the most fun experience.
That's insane.
Ever. And cut all these songs. And the studio owner had been a drummer. And he heard like 3 songs and was like, bro, you need to start coming to town. And I'd love to help you. And for the next 6 months, I just started getting a trip here. And we'd work together. I'd write 5 more songs in PA. But this is my point of like, dude, all that work on those covers
100%.
And that subconsciousness of like melody, like I already felt prepared.
Yes.
But just like the songwriting, I was like, you know, it's growing. It can get better. So, dude, I did that for 6 months. And after 6 months, I felt like I knew a few people.
Oh, yeah.
And it was all for my artist project. I put out an EP. The first song I ever put out got on like the huge Discover Weekly.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like the first song ever.
That's wild.
And so like, dude, I told my fiance, I was like, man, after 6 months, I was like, I think we should be in Nashville. And she was like, all right, I'll find a job.
Big time.
Like, yeah,
what a W.
She's incredible. So that's how I got here.
Wow. And like, so how long ago was that? When did you move here?
This is August of 2018.
August of 2018. Not too long.
It's been 5 years,
I mean, you've been
bro.
here though. Yeah, you've been here.
Yeah.
Dude, damn. And you're about to get married too, bro.
About to get married, man.
Whoa. Are you excited?
Very excited.
Dude, yeah, that's wild. I think I'll get married.
You think?
Mm-hmm. I'm nervous, bro.
Well, at what time though? At what age? Like, because you've got such a
29.
All right, everybody hears it here first.
29.
Yeah.
6 years. 6 years from now, I'm gonna marry a Brazilian woman. Yeah.
Okay.
BBL.
I love it.
Everything going on. I'm in. I'm really in, actually.
Dude, if that shit comes true,
yeah,
you need to play this at like
I believe
your ceremony.
Yes. Okay, this is a big moment because it's going to happen. Yeah, Brazilian girl. She's not going to be a singer.
In the industry? Or just not in the industry?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
That's a smart move.
I don't think so. I think she's going to be doing something different. Like, I don't know. I really have no idea what she'll be doing. But I know she's going to be Brazilian. Now the big ass butt.
That's going to be
awesome. That's going to be awesome.
It'll be incredible. And maybe...
And then...
She won't have to do anything because you're just going to be popping.
Ooh, I hope so.
Hard.
We're going to have kids, Brazilian mixed with Caucasian, Native American. It's got to be a cool looking kid.
They're going to be gorgeous.
It's like a zoo. You know, like when you go to a zoo and you see a cool looking animal, and you're like, that's probably cool to watch come out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe not come out.
Yeah, not come out.
Grow
just
up a little
grow
bit.
up. That's the way. That's the one I meant to say. Yeah, that's but anyways, bro, we're here. We're here and you're doing music since 18 in Nashville. What's the first thing you remember going on where it's like, oh, because you signed a deal, pub deal.
Uh-huh.
What's the first moment you remember where it's like, oh, I can do this. And like, this is the living. Like, this is what I'm doing for a living.
Dude, I mean, to be honest, are you talking about a Nashville moment?
Nashville. Like when you moved here, when you were like, oh, I can stay here, you know?
Dude, I think it was, I give Noreen Prenier, I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right, a lot of credit. Because when I first moved here, God bless R.I.P. Busby, but she had been his creative director. And she was hosting these pop hangs where, bro, it was like 20 or 30 of us. And when I first moved to town.
That's right.
I might have told you about
this. You
this.
have. This is crazy.
And it was like, I just networked. Like I grinded when I got here. And like, I knew a few people, but I was like, man, I'm forging my own path. I'm here now.
Yes.
So let's like not, try to rely on any opportunity or these people or this. Some people I might know, whatever. I was like, dude, I'm doing this. So I had written a song. The first song I wrote here, I remember, is the first week I lived here with Katie. And we were in hotels because we didn't have a house.
Right.
And I wrote this song called Company. I was 100%er.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Produced and all this stuff. And so Noreen hosted these pop hangs, and we got hooked up in like the first 3 months I lived here. And 20 of us, it started out like 20, 30 of us in her living room, bro, just with an aux.
Wow.
And 2 speakers.
Yes.
And we would play a verse chorus. And it was just like, bro, if we had met, I've met so many people that I'm still, work with and love.
Insane.
And it wasn't more of like, yo, I'm this good, or like, yo, I'm a beast, fuck you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm the shit. Like,
right.
It was all about community.
Totally.
It was like not about the songs really at the end of the day. And it would be a perfect situation of like, for me, that song Company was really the moment for me that was like, got me producing and writing for other people.
Beautiful.
Because everybody was like, man, who produced this? Who did, is that your voice? All this stuff. So I think for me, that was the moment of somewhat along the lines of what I still operate how.
Yeah.
Of like, I want to, put out music. I want to I feel like I have a voice that can offer something.
Totally.
Right. Whether it's just maybe one day putting out a project of my own, but also for pitch records.
Yes.
For, especially for me as a producer, there are so many incredible producers that are way better than me that are like, just like blow my mind. But I think the advantage I have, not only in this town, but globally, is I'm a vocalist. I speak that language.
Yeah,
with
dude.
Artists.
Yeah,
so
dude. 100%.
I think, yeah. So, anyway, to that
beautiful.
point, I think that was that moment.
Yeah.
I think of like, wow, really feeling like there was not only was there a pop community here, but there were like those people like digging the shit I was doing. So I was like, it just made me feel like this is the right place to be.
Right. Exactly. That's big.
What
especially,
was yours?
This is pretty wild. And I don't even say this story much because I know it is not normal. So it's like, I don't brag about it very much, but it's unreal. My first co-write was over Zoom because I wrote everything by myself or with my best friend in my room. And I got signed to Electric Feel and management. And they put during COVID time, put me on a Zoom with Pete Nappy and Taylor Upsall. Didn't know who they were.
Oh my God.
And we wrote a song called Boy Shit that like 2 days later, I get a text and it was like, Madison Beer is going to cut this.
Oh my God.
It's like, I was like, oh, this is how it works? Oh, I'm about to get it. I'm about to be on top.
I'm in, baby.
I was like, I'm in this bitch. But I did know when that happened, I was like, I'm definitely so young. I'm going to sponge it up. And I was like, I have something because it's hard to get any cut. And then to get a girl like Madison to cut a song that I was a part of right off the top, I was like, wow, this is crazy. And then I would tell people and they were like, dude, don't think that's how it works. And I was like, I promise I won't. This is a blessing. And then probably the other one was not very long after that. It was also with Pete and Taylor Upsall. And we got a freaking top 5 song in the UK. And what it was is I grew up in church singing. So I knew God gave me the ability to sing. I knew I had that, but writing a song's a different deal.
Totally.
And knowing that I was coming into this industry to be a singer, but my songwriting was the thing that got credited first.
Wow.
I was like, that's how I know. Cause I know God gave me the voice. I know I can perform, but can I write shit that people like and are going to relate to? So that was how I first was like, okay, I got to just do this. This is God telling me, you can write some songs, boys. You can write some songs, and I gave you the voice. Let's mix it up together, and let's get it. And that was it.
Dude, you are such a beast because your name has come up so much. Obviously, just through so many similar circles we have. But
shit, let's go.
Man, just like even telling people of just like how, let alone our relationship of how we create, because we started out writing for you the first session we had. And then since then we've booked, it's been with you and another artist every time. And I say to you every session, I'm like, we writing for you or
dude, it's wild. We have a song with me and you. We have a song we did for another person. We have a duet we did with, dude, everything's different. And that's how I was like, oh, this is my guy here.
Dude, I just think you're so versatile.
Oh,
and
same, bro. Likewise.
It's no match. And I'm also not surprised that happened to you. I knew about that side as well, but how that went down,
brother.
Which is just so nuts. And it's like, I will say I like have some like sympathy towards it, because before I got my deal, I knew like I had gotten management at the time, probably in 2020. And then I knew like, all right, the momentum's building. The next thing was like publishing deal. So I think for me, I was like fortunate enough to be working with Dallas Wilson and Carl Michael at the time. And at that time, Michael had become best friends with Teddy Swims.
Badass.
And bro, I got a text from the A&R the 1 week, I think in 2021, Teddy was probably in Nashville, of like, hey man, Teddy's working with A-list producer and all this. But because I put in the time and delivered and like just had a great sessions with Dallas and Carl, the A&R was like, your name's on our list though, it's right at the bottom. And or whatever. I'm probably like dramatic.
Oh yeah, baby.
But no, it was like, the only chance we can get in is like a Sunday night session. Would you want to do it with Teddy? And I said, absolutely. And in that week, I wrote and produced his next 2 singles that came out like the next month.
Oh my God.
I hear you, especially going into the deal with my publisher. I was just like, I learned quick, like, bro, this ain't how it works.
No,
like
that's incredible. And that doesn't shock me either.
Well,
same. I mean, it's the same thing though, bro. It's just like, wow, Teddy Swims is a badass.
Dude, I love his new record.
Cool looking dude too.
Yeah.
I like dudes who look cool. They just have an image.
You guys would love each other.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
He's such a teddy bear.
Dude, yeah, but I wanted to ask that just because, I think everyone, and if they don't yet, they're going to have their moment. So where it's like, we always are going to be chasing. That's just what we do as musicians and producers and just anyone in music. We feel like, most of us feel like we're not good enough. So we have to chase something, but it's always good, I'm telling you, to brag on yourself a little bit and not be cocky. Just be like, remember what you did right here and how it. So I try to ask that question because a lot of us get so wound up in what we haven't finished yet, or these song, or this didn't get cut. Let's go back to the basics and like, damn, we really did that. Dude,
totally. You know? I totally agree. I think there's like, I always have this year check, like especially whether it's highs or lows. I've really come into, cause man, I think we talked about it, like, and we can probably get into it with where you're at, but like, I really struggled with patience last year.
Me too.
First year in that deal, and with UMPG, and just like had a lot of conversations with my publisher. And I also realized like, man, if I could just trace back even since I graduated, at college, look at how things have looked in just a year.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's
beautiful.
That brings me back down.
It's great. I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's also so smart. Finny boy. Finny's on it.
Finny baby.
Finny baby wants to be known.
Such
but
sweet.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. I do want to ask, what are you excited about coming up? I do want to know. Do you have anything where it's like, oh, I'm ready for this one, or I'm ready for this? Our thing.
Yeah. Can we say it or
probably not? But I think we're spot on. That's exciting.
I'm excited about a song I have with you and another artist.
Yes.
Let's leave it at that.
Perfect.
I'm excited about the next step, man. Like, I've actually had a lot of huge changes.
Yes.
In my life.
Yeah.
I called you about it. I'm actually, departing from UMPG.
Yeah.
It was a great 2 years.
Yes.
Had an incredible, built some really great things. But I think like I'm excited about, what does it look like for me? Because as you know, like I work here, Los Angeles and Stockholm, and I've always wanted to be global. I want to be able to live here forever, right? So I think it's like, thinking about what partners look right in that, maybe it's management, maybe it's publishing, I don't know. But like, it's the weirdest thing that this all happened with, obviously my deal, because I also feel like, man, I'm at like the very top tipping point of this momentum that's been built. That's there's so many things. You're one of them. Obviously, Shay Lynn's a great artist that I work with a lot.
So talented.
We have some stuff coming out, and the Sarah Catherine.
Yes.
Like
Tanner.
Tanner
was on here.
There's so many different kinds of things that, it's just like how I've set my life up as a creator and a producer writer. It's like, I want to have my hands in so many different pots and like, just like be a good person, try to elevate what all these amazing artists do.
Yeah, bro.
Lainey Gardner.
Yeah, badass.
I have her next single coming out in a month.
We love her here.
She's such a badass. This song
she is a badass.
Bangs, bro.
Yeah, dude.
It's I won't say the title, but
that's exciting.
I'm really
Let's go.
I'm just excited to like finish out the year, and like I'm grateful I'm lucky enough to still be busy, and it's like, with this transition of like not being like, well, shit, what do I do now? I gotta, book my schedule and all this.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's exciting.
It's such an incredible support system here. And you are,
I always got you, bro.
Bro.
Always. It's super. Yeah. I feel the same too. You got me. So
what are you excited about?
I'm excited.
Are we good on time as well, bro?
Yeah, we're good on time. Okay. My song just got put on radio.
I've been
shout out Hooch Country, baby. But,
what's that been like, dude?
Nuts. It's been nuts. Because I have my people back home. I live in Nashville, obviously, but I have people back home. My cousin sent me a video like 2 days ago of it on the radio, and she's driving. She's just crying.
Dude.
And it's just like, dude, if you know where we come from, not even like, bro, like, it's just not supposed to happen with where people, I'm from such a small town. It's like, that doesn't happen. Wow. And I'm just blessed. I am like, I know it sounds cliche, but I don't take that for granted.
Yeah.
And that's been incredible. Super excited about that. I'm excited about what we got going on with us and our friend, that we have a really, really crazy song. Very pumped about that.
Isn't it cool? Like, I know you've had this, especially probably even with the Madison stuff and the other stuff, but like when you kind of have songs in your back pocket that like no one knows about, like appreciate that moment, because it's like kind of cool to like sit on that, because this, once that song is released, it's gone.
See ya. It's going to do its thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really exciting.
Yeah.
And what's also as exciting is I think that will be a next year thing. So we're coming into the year with like, we're going to have to get some drinks or something, me and you.
Oh,
not even for celebrating this, just being like, we have this one.
Yeah.
And it's coming. I just want to celebrate it.
Oh.
It makes me want to take a shot right now.
Dude, I'm in.
It's just awesome. Yeah. It's awesome. But bro, I really do want to get in because you have such a, I don't even know how to do the word, just the story you have, bro, losing someone that close and then being able to have the success that you've had and just being able to power through, being adopted. There's just a lot of things where it's like, bro, you could have fell off the map in a bad way. You could have went down you could have went down, down. And you're doing it. Like we're living in your life. So it's like, I don't know if I'm doing good enough. Bro, your story, you could have done you could not be here right now. And I know you know that.
Yeah.
What I guess my advice is, or not my advice, my question is, what advice do you have for anyone that's been, whether it's lost someone or been at the deepest, darkest time? What advice do you have for them? And it could not work for them. It could. It's your advice. What do you give to them to power through, to get through whatever they're going through? And you can say, like, you can think about it because that's a deep question.
Dude, because that is such a crazy question because I don't even know how I handled it because it was such an out of body experience. And like, dude, like I said, I fucked up. Like I gained so much weight.
Yeah.
I got gallstones and had to have my gallbladder removed.
Wow.
And not like, 300 pounds or something,
right.
Respectfully, but
right.
like
100%.
It was like, I was having serious health problems. And I think the best thing, here's the advice. I think just try every day going through that moment to just be aware. Not of anything in particular, just be aware.
Yeah.
Because I think that'll help you get closer to accepting this. It'll be, you know what? If you are, drinking alcohol, or I have a terrible nicotine problem still.
Oh yeah, baby.
Right? Like I was packing hammers like crazy during that time. And, but just be aware, maybe feel it, to a degree, do what you got to do, but just be aware. Cause I think then you'll start coming back to reality of like, fuck, I blacked out last night.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Not the best feeling.
No, it's not actually.
Or shit, I've gone through 2 cans in one day.
Yeah.
Like my fucking jaw hurts. My mouth hurts.
Yeah.
Why is that? Oh, that's why.
Right. Just
and
being
then you
aware.
stop doing those things.
Yeah, 100%.
And you start like even to the side of, it's as simple as that, I think, because it's really hard to try to tell someone how to feel.
100%.
You know
it's just the only thing you can do is give your piece, what helped you. And maybe it can help them, maybe it doesn't. But that's one thing I love is you've always been vulnerable about, just going through stuff, everyone goes through a lot of shit, dude, but it's just like, I love people that are open about it. And I know some people don't know what to say or they don't know what they're feeling, which is, but when people know what they felt or they're like been through something and they're willing to share what helped them.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that, bro. And you've always done that too.
Yeah. I think, dude, it's been a huge part of I think why I have so many great relationships in this town. Because what do we do every time we get into a session?
Talk.
Right. It's talk. And especially
therapy.
New session.
It's therapy.
It's like, let me hear your story. Where are you from? What you do?
Therapy. We're not writing a song for like the first hour, maybe hour and a half.
Totally.
We're just talking.
So when I have, obviously everything I've been through, it's like, it's how I connect.
Yeah.
And I'm not asking for sorry or pity, but it's like, you need to hear where I'm coming from. Rather than just like how many sessions happen every day where it's just like another producer, another writer, another artist. And it's like, I actually think it's a weird way to say it, but it's been a blessing to be able to live my mom's legacy through telling this story and how incredible she was and how incredible the life she gave me to like be open about that to people in sessions. So they really know where I'm coming from. They know how far, they can trust me in a room.
Beautiful.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So dude. I think like, that's why I have no problem. I'm like finding, the more we talk about it, like we heal, right?
Yeah.
Or something that whatever the saying is.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm constantly doing that every day. And that's why I think I'm so comfortable talking about it.
Oh, it's a blessing, bro.
Dude, absolutely.
It's a blessing to have you as a friend, man, and as a brother. And it's also just been a blessing to have you on, bro. We've been wanting to do this.
Dude, this has been incredible.
So thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
And just sharing and just, bro, you're strong, dude. Just a good dude, man.
You're stronger,
love good
baby.
dudes. Love good dudes. And I'm excited about what we got coming up.
Yes, sir.
I got excited about what you got coming up. What, you know, we're pretty close off the camera. You know?
We're very close.
So we're tapping.
Very
Close. We're very close. Yeah. Take it as you will, baby. But hey, bro, we're about to check out of here. And,
I love it.
I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Hoochie Country.
Yeah, baby.
Man, this has been incredible, dude.
Here we are, baby. Here we are.
best.
All right, y'all, we're going to tap out, get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of A Break with Jake. Got my boy Evan Cline here. Make sure to go check him out. Where do we find you?
Instagram.
What's your IG name?
It's just Evan Cline _.
Easy.
Easy.
This guy's easy. Easy. That's just what you are, bro.
Easy,
This guy's
easy.
Easy. That's it, baby.
DJ
We're getting out of here, baby. And you guys be good and be good to one another.
But we gonna make it through it. You can't stop this train. You know we not doing it for the fame, but up in the city, people knowing the name. Cause we don't stop, won't stop. Yeah, we keep it rolling. Don't stop, won't stop. Yeah, we keep it going. You can't stop us. Whole team went global. If